Ex-CEO and founder of BitMEX, Arthur Hayes, who is a legend, obviously, believes that Ethereum is going to surpass $10,000 very soon after the merge. Kwon, nobody really knows how to pronounce his name from Terra, but he says he will be the largest Bitcoin holder with Luna, following only Satoshi Nakamoto, going to buy $10 billion worth of Bitcoin and a whole lot of other news. I have Maximillian Engelen here from CryptoCompare to discuss all of this. I'm also going to go over all the news and charts as always. You guys don't want to miss it. It's Monday morning. Let's go.
Let's go.
What is up, everybody? I'm Scott Melker, also known as the Wolf of All Streets. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel. And in honor of, which we'll discuss later, Elon Musk buying 10% of Twitter, take your Doge oven mitt that I know you guys all have at home and hit the like button. There's nothing wrong with liking Doge a little bit, man. You know, I was the most vocal person ever saying it was a bubble and it was going to crash and it was stupid. But man, if you go back to like 2016 when we started trading Doge, it was the most lovable asset there was in the history of crypto. It just got a little bit out of control and went mainstream. Well, good morning, guys. I see you all. Kristen, you need the mitt. You just got to go to Epcot. Got to go to Epcot at Disney World in Florida. There's in the Japan country, they sell Doge oven mitts and t-shirts. It's not Doge. It's a Shiba Inu. It's a Japanese dog. It has nothing to do with Doge. But we do love the fact that this one is eating ramen just like every crypto trader in the world, right? That's what we do. We eat ramen so that we can stack more sats. So guys, you may have noticed, like I told you over the past weeks, we did a basically wholesale clearing of sponsorships, got rid of the paid newsletter, all of those things to start fresh with people that we were going to partner with for a very, very long time. So I'm really excited. You can see it going along the bottom this way. Our newest sponsor of the live streams is Vauld. You can also see their logo right there. I think I'm pointing at it. I get the mirror thing. So guys, if you don't know about Vauld, we've actually been talking to them, as with all sponsors we accept, for months. I've been actually quietly using the platform. I have quite a few Bitcoin and a bunch of ETH there because I wanted to test it out. I've got them right here. So if you guys don't know them, guys, I've used every one of these platforms, obviously, and I still continue to use a lot of them. I love them. But Vault is absolutely incredible for a number of reasons. First of all, if you use the link down below, you get 40% rebate on your trading, 5% on a few other things. You can read all about it in the description. But what I love about it, A, is that they have the highest yields I've seen in the industry, and they're backed by Coinbase Ventures and Pantera. This is a really serious program. But 12.8% on stablecoins and 6.7% on Bitcoin and ETH, which have been dropping everywhere else. But I think that probably my favorite thing that they have, which I will show you another day, but they have this automatic investment plan, the AIP, which allows you to remove your own human stupidity and fear from the equation and buy the dip. It's an automated buying the dip product. So basically you set, like, if Bitcoin drops 10%, I'm going to automatically buy it, and I'm not going to get in my own way and make a bad decision when the time comes, which allows you to keep buying, compounding. It's a full scale exchange. You can swap. You can basically do everything. It's an awesome platform. Support it. Check it out right down below. It's in the description and in the thing that's doing the thing right there along the bottom. So listen, as I mentioned before, we've got the story from Arthur Hayes, right? Everybody loves this dude's Medium articles. You need to pull out like 17 dictionaries and 4 encyclopedias to read them because he uses very big words to make you feel stupid. But the gist of what he had to say is that after the Ethereum merge, which we know is likely coming at the end of June, Ethereum should be viewed like a commodity-linked bond. Why does this matter? He said it could rally to $10,000 as a result. I think we all agree that Ether can definitely make that rally. But the idea behind this basically is that you will theoretically be able to do all the things that institutional traders do using bonds, like carry trade, earning yield, all of these things linked to the commodity, the underlying commodity being Ethereum. So listen, I can talk about this all day, but of course, it's always better to have a friend. I'm going to bring on Max Engelen from CryptoCompare. And then I'm going to remove this so people can actually see you. What's up, Max? How are you, man?
Oh, yeah, Scott. All good. Thanks for having me, mate.
So Ethereum to $10,000? What do you think?
100, well, maybe not 100%, but highly likely, I should think. And I'm happy to hear him come out with that, because merge in June is, I don't think, talked enough about right now. You see it, around Twitter, but really people aren't understanding how big this is. It could certainly take us to 10K by the end of the year, I should think.
Yeah, I mean, I would have thought that it was possible, honestly, without even the merge. Last year, I thought that we could see it. So I guess just with the general growth of Ethereum, I think in a market like this with this much volatility, 10,000 is in play. But he's making a very specific case here for why that would happen.
Fair enough. Well, we got halfway there almost, right? Before we last pulled back. But it's funny how he's mentioned it as a commodity and as a bond. I totally agree with that. I think Kathy Woods mentioned something similar with Bitcoin. Like Indonesia just recently came out with news that they're going to charge 0.1% VAT on all crypto transactions, and they're mentioning that it's a commodity, which is quite interesting that word's being thrown about quite a bit. Not that I see Bitcoin or ETH as a commodity, more as currencies, but let's see where we end.
Right, but I think the point here is whatever, I think we all know, obviously, I view them as currencies as well. But I think what's important here is if we can convince or institutional traders who are not in the crypto market believe that this is a yield-bearing strategy that is similar to a commodity-linked bond, that this, I believe, I have to find the quote. It's in here somewhere. He said, it's really funny, but he basically called them clowns. Did you see that quote? It's oh my gosh, you gotta find it. It's so funny. He basically said, like, I can't find it, man. But he basically said we can get all these clowns in here buying it. Right?
Yeah. Well, they're desperate for yield, so they will jump in. I shouldn't see why not. Yields are going to be the main play over the next 18 months, I should think.
Yeah. And his point here also for the carry trade, I mean, you can basically borrow dollars, right, at a low rate, buy Ethereum, stake 32 Ethereum, earn 10 to 15% yield once the merge happens, sell your ETH eventually, pay back your USD loan, free money. I
know. And it's just a matter of time until Saylor does the same. Because I know he's Bitcoin pretty much a maxi, but he's lending money at 0% interest and buying Bitcoin, right? Eventually he's going to maybe years. I don't know how long it takes, but there will be people lending huge amounts of money to go buy ETH, stake, and become a validator, and it's almost win-win because of the low interest rate.
Can you imagine Michael Saylor like turning into a ETH maxi? Or I mean, I don't think he'd ever leave Bitcoin, but actually starting, because that'd be a pretty far departure from his general narrative.
Fair. But Elon's mentioned that he's ETH and Doge, as we know. I think everyone eventually will come around, especially if it does go to where it needs to be, like the base layer of the next part of the internet. Like he's gonna have to interact with it. And now that Doge is buying all this Bitcoin and showing all the maxis that Bitcoin and alts can all work together, why not?
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, I've got that kind of article pulled up here too, right? So we got how Terra's Do Kwon is boosting Bitcoin. I mean, do you think that they'll really buy $10 billion worth?
Yeah, certainly think if anyone's gonna do it, I think he's one of the main guys that could try it. He's got about 30K at the moment. He hasn't bought in I think like 6 days, and everyone's kind of like asking why. But my theory is he's kind of waiting for Jack Mallers' keynote, maybe. I don't know if you've got that on your radar, but Jack's speaking at Bitcoin Miami. He's doing a keynote with Untitled, and there's a lot of circulating like sort of rumors that he's going to speak about maybe Apple, and Bitcoin. So let's see. But obviously that's probably not the case. But Doe will certainly get to 10 billion some stage. Someone's got to try.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. Are you going to be there?
I sadly won't. I've got a 5-month-old baby, so I'm not allowed to leave right now. But I'll be at some others later in the year.
Yeah, I mean, I was there last year when he made the El Salvador announcement, and it was pretty incredible. And I feel like no matter what, this one has to be bigger, right? I mean, it's just the sort of the nature of
talking about bonds, right? The El Salvador Bitcoin bond is yet to actually get started, and that's another catalyst that we should see soon. It was meant to happen a few weeks ago, if maybe not about a month ago. and they mentioned they didn't do it because of market conditions. Yeah, so that's another major catalyst. And April is always a bullish month, right, for Bitcoin. So yeah, let's see.
And we need it. We've only really had one bullish month in the last, it feels like, since May, right? I mean, it's so funny. It felt like October was so big that everybody feels like we've had a bull run, but it's basically been stagnant or down since last May.
Yeah. Well, April 2020 was what sent us to our first 60K touch. It was April 2017.
21. Yeah, 21. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, 20. Wasn't it? No, April 2020 is.
April 2020 was the death of all markets, or in March.
Let's just say it's the catalyst.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. You're absolutely right. That was when you're right. Yes.
And then the same in 2017, April 2017 is what started the run up to 20. So sadly, we hit the top last April and then dumped aggressively. But maybe we, go higher again now. I think 50 is certainly in play for this one.
I mean, yeah, I think we're knocking on the door of 50. I think 52, 53 look very likely already to me, for this month and hopefully higher. So that said, just speaking markets, I mean, you guys at CryptoCompare probably have like the best pulse of what's going on in general. I mean, do you think that we are now at the point where we, likely put in a bottom and then the next bull run is sort of starting?
Yeah. Well, it started. I think we go higher. We might have a few 15% drawdowns now and again, but we'll use that Vauld buy the dip thing and set it at 15% and make sure you get the dip. But yeah, I think we're in a bull market. There's a huge amount of volume also coming into structured products, so like ETS, ETPs and stuff. CryptoCompare, we help a lot with those products. And the institutional appetite is just through the roof, especially when it comes to Bitcoin.
Do you think that's I was going to say, we had this sort of institutions, obviously we have increased volume on Bitcoin, ETFs, ETPs, as you said, but it seems like most institutional money is really coming in through VC and like Web3 investments at this point. Is that something you're seeing as well?
Well, we don't necessarily track, what's coming through private funding, right? So we track everything that's on exchange. So we're very familiar with that. But if we look at like how much money was raised in 2021 and now into 2022, it's like 4 or 5 times more than was raised ever before in any other year. Crazy. So like the amount of money being plowed in is enormous. And I agree with you. I think it is like these VCs that have got all the liquidity to play with. And it will drive the price higher. And if you look at like Doge, he's mates with a lot of the top protocol leaders, and they're all ready to really push Bitcoin higher, I think.
It's incredible the size of the numbers we're talking about. Like we're at a point in this market where people can just casually talk about what they're doing with $1 billion, right? Either $1 billion has become like the new million, or it's a signal of just how much. I mean, in venture capital, we see another $1 billion fund seemingly raised every day, right?
Literally.
But to just openly say, hey, I'm going to buy 10 billion worth of Bitcoin, where's that 10 billion come from?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like, look at Luna. It's like rallied more than any other asset. And also Anchor Protocol, there's a huge amount of liquidity trapped in there that they just want to shift over to an asset that can back it. They've obviously got ETH that's also in that sort of backing, as well as Avalanche now. But Bitcoin is the leader and the GOAT. And if we can back UST, which is hopefully going to be larger than any other stablecoin, it's like we totally leave that old fiat standard and we're now crypto standard.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed, and we'll definitely all have our eyes on what happens at the Bitcoin convention. The last 2 times I've gone to Miami for these massive sort of like crypto events, it's been crap market. It was last June that we had the Bitcoin conference and everything was sort of dumping after. And then at Art Basel in December, the entire crypto community is there basically for NFT things, and that was when the December 4th drop happened. So I'm hoping that we get a more of an old like consensus pump type situation this time.
Yeah, it's been a while, man, since we had a consensus pump. It's like I stumbled across Bitcoin in 2013. Obviously, that wasn't around consensus, but I remember like 16, 17. like we'd all be looking forward to the consensus event because it would pump the price.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened in years.
Yeah,
From
it
what
hasn't.
I
But
remember.
go ahead.
From what I can last remember, I don't remember a conference like pushing the price higher.
No, that used to happen. Well, listen, the El Salvador news didn't move the price last year, but I'm assuming whatever Jack's got for us this year is definitely going to help. Max, where can everybody follow you and check out CryptoCompare after this?
What's that?
Where can everybody check you out after this conversation?
So yeah, Twitter. My name's MetaMate, and CryptoCompare is CryptoCompare, I believe, at CryptoCompare.
Easy to find.
Yeah. So I on Twitter, I guess I'm a pseudo anon on Twitter.
Yeah, you don't tweet much, I know.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm on LinkedIn, dude. I'm a kind of like boomer like that. So
yeah, the LinkedIn is for the real actual human people. So listen, before you go, Gerard here wants you to say the word rubbish, probably because of your accent. Can you say the market? This market is rubbish.
This market is rubbish.
I like it. See?
Yeah.
Everyone loves a good accent here.
Do you know where the accent's from?
Where?
Can you not guess?
I can't guess.
South Africa.
See, I would have been an idiot and said British or something like that. But I was actually going to give you somewhere in Europe. I don't know. But yeah, South Africa.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, I love it. Thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate it, Max. We're going to move on. We'll do this again soon. Have a good one.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Yeah, guys. So listen, I agree with everything he just said. Right. And so and the final piece of news that we have today, but then I'm going to go back and look at all these charts. Obviously, we mentioned is that Elon Musk has taken a nearly $3 billion stake in Twitter. Doge spikes, but not really. We'll take a look at that chart. But he's had a lot of views about how Twitter should be operated, but this is a passive investment. I think people are getting way ahead of themselves. Like if you read the pundits and articles that all of a sudden Elon Musk is going to have some major impact on the way that Twitter operates and the way that they, handle their information, things like that. I think that this is just the start and probably not a big deal in that regard. But it does mean that we should get Doge memes for all, doesn't it? Doesn't mean that we're just going to be Doging our faces off. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Let's see. They said the price of Doge pumped, I don't know, from like 14 cents to 16 cents, I guess. Is that all we get now out of Elon Musk talking about these things? Boy, oh my God, Kristen, can you do something about the bots? Seriously, like I've almost deleted, privated, or like turned off comments on my Twitter so many times in the last few weeks. Avatar, fake accounts with Carl the Moon's avatar are like the first 20 comments the second I tweet anything. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. My God, it's so annoying. But yeah, for me, Doge still right here. It doesn't look like much. And if it's below this blue line and below, I don't know, 16 cents right here. Yeah, you can't comment on my posts anymore because bots. You get the bots. And then if I respond, we get like the triple or quintuple bots. It's insane. It is insane. Ronan, that's weird, bro. But let's go back. Listen, so we were talking about ETH before, of course, and Arthur Hayes, the idea that it's a bond. Let's take a look at the Ethereum chart really quick. So listen, if you've been following along, I've been telling you that ETH Bitcoin looked really good on support. But this is the ETH USD chart, and we had this symmetrical triangle breakout, retest, and up, right? The target of this initial move was, anywhere from the top of the triangle here, 32.99 to 34.20. But now it looks like we're flipping 34.20 to support, which to me means 4,200 up here, right? We drew it. If you draw it, it shall come. I don't know if you guys read the newsletter this morning, but I was feeling a little jokey. Newsletter's free. You can read it right down below. It's literally, it's FREE, free bitches, right? And so you can just read it. You can take your face and you can put it in front of the thing and you can use your eyes without any money. But yeah, I started putting like movie clips in there and stuff because I realized, man, it's free. I'm free of the constrictions of the pressure of paid stuff. I'm just going to be me, So I feel like I injected a little more of the YouTube type vibe into the newsletter this morning, and it felt great. Felt great. Some of don't read good. I'm assuming you meant to put an us in there, which means you're talking about yourself, Christopher. And listen, I'm not judging, but some of us don't read none too great. None too good. Signed up for the newsletter, but haven't seen it yet. Check your spam. Check your spam. Probably right there. Yeah. Top Gun clip. I was inverted. Finger. Yeah, I know, Goose. So anywho, yeah, Ethereum looking really good here, guys. I mean, broke right here on a bit of increasing volume through 3420, retested it perfectly yesterday. Yeah, you gotta like it. You gotta like it. And Bitcoin, I mean, very kind of similar, right? The weekly chart we've been talking about forever. What was the key resistance? 45.5. I added that line a few weeks back right here. In February, I finally said, you know what? This isn't just a daily level, it's a weekly level. And then this happened. Break, retest, hopefully moon. Nothing's guaranteed, but that's the 50 weekly MA and this 45.5-ish level all in confluence here. We should see things going up. Oh, I did see you, Rick Crispies, Irvin, in the chat over there. That was dope. Yeah, some don't read none too good is the grammatical correct way to say that. I did not flick off Kristen. It's the movie. It's from a movie. Yeah. So yeah, guys, flipper. And looking at it on the daily, I mean, if I also referenced Field of Dreams today in the newsletter, I put the clip. If you build it, they will come. Costner. What? Who said that? Yo, if I'm hearing that shit out in my cornfield, I am not just like casually going to do corn shit. Like in that movie, he's like, I'm out in the cornfield and I'm hearing voices. If you build it, he will come. Right? Like I'm not like, you know what I need to do right now? I need to walk further into the cornfield. No, I don't care if James Earl Jones has my back. And if we're talking about Shoeless Joe Jackson, I'm out. And not only that, yeah, I'm selling the shit. Fibbo Swanee's got it exactly because, and this was my next reference, and he jumped ahead of me. I've seen Children of the Corn. If you're of that era like us, you know that you don't go into a creepy cornfield. Little kids, what was his name? Malachi something? Oh my God, man. Don't do things in cornfields with creepy children and voices. Oh my God, we just turned this into a cornfield stream. Anyways, though, here, I drew this, right? If you draw it, they will come. It might not work, but this was the idea, and it's kind of doing the thing right now. Rejected at the 200, meandering down to 45.5. We should be heading up. Let's hope that whales do not decide to dump on us just because there is a conference. That would be weak. Never go in there. Never. Yeah, the show is corny. Clever. It's really clever, actually. Center for kids who can't read good. What is this? The Center for Ants needs to be at least 3 times bigger, whatever he says. I don't remember the exact quote, but that's Zoolander. That was my blue steel. Is it Malachi? Yeah, Malachi, bro. I don't know. Woo. That's fucked. That's messed up. You run through it backwards, smiling. I always thought, as a result, like because of that kind of humor, I always thought that it was weird that game where you throw beanbags into a hole is called cornhole. Y'all know about the cornhole, right? Right. I did. If you don't know my Magnum, you just gotta wait for it. Guys. That's it today. We had 3 news pieces, a whole lot of South African accent, few charts. But like, guys, it's looking like things are looking, I don't even want to go there, but things are looking good. That's smart. Cornfields are to the land what Jaws is to the water. Yeah. The Derek Zoolander Center for kids who can't read good and who want to learn to do other stuff good too. Yeah. So guys, so for real though, we will definitely be live streaming again tomorrow. Starting right after the live stream, I'm going to Miami. And then all bets are off. All bets are off for newsletters, live streams. I don't know. We're going to try to live stream live from the actual convention Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Maybe if we can get good enough internet and do that. But I have like 30 interviews already scheduled. We're going to be like on the run there doing all kinds of wild shit. Last year, I literally went to the convention for like 20 minutes and just sat at the pool. This year, we're like, we're rolling with a crew of like Mike flew in from Eastern Europe. He's there already. Mike's in Miami right now prepping. Mike is there. We got like a camera guy with like 17 cameras, like the ones that attach to your waist and like the thing and all the stuff. And then we've got 2 people coordinating otherwise. Me, Emmy. It's going to be, yeah. I don't know. Can you like attach a GoPro for my forehead? I would put it on the end of my nose. It would get a much better, wider view. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to see if we can do it live from Miami. But if not, guys, just look for a bajillion pieces of content coming in hot. And are any of you guys gonna be in Miami? Anyone in Miami? I'm gonna be on site the whole time. Come give me a pound and probably a little COVID, maybe. Don't like, you can say hi, just don't like actually like actively lick my face or sneeze in my eye hole or anything like that. Yeah. No, you can't speak about anything. If you're on site at the convention, you're like contractually obligated to only say the word Bitcoin. It's like being Hodor in Game of Thrones. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Yeah, you're only allowed to say one word. It's a rule. Yeah. So listen, I'll see some of you guys there. Don't sneeze in my eye. Do not sneeze in my eye hole. Don't sneeze in my eye hole. Don't lick me. Fuck off, really. Guys, you're amazing. So listen, we've got sponsors now. We're gonna see sponsors on these. I'm not gonna work totally for you guys for free. But really, Vauld is awesome. I'm using it. One day I'll just bring it up my thing. You'll be like, oh, he's got a lot of money on that. But then you'll try to hack me. That's why I didn't do it today. But check them out. Really, it's a pretty sick platform. Another place to earn a whole lot of yield, trade, and do your whole thing. And of course, you get the 40% off trading fees. Miami, Ohio. See you in Miami, Ohio, guys. Awesome. It's going to be great. Don't miss it. Peace.
That's dope.